So welcome back to T90 Titans League Season 2. We've got D3rp and SongSong in the Gold League now, with D3rp on his Lithuanians in the light blue trunks. Nice Cav and Monk Civ we've seen a couple of times already this tournament. And SongSong on Byzantines, an old favourite that we haven't really seen a lot of so far this tournament. So I believe this is their game 1 in their best of 3. We're on Ghost Lake today. I think this is the first Ghost Lake game I've covered in a little while. It's a tournament edition. There's a couple of patches of fish as well. I think can you place buildings on the ice? I don't think so. So I don't know how you're supposed to actually gather the fish unless you can actually... The ice is like a shallows and you can put a dock down. But there seems to be quite a bit of safe gold here for our players. Not a lot else out on the map, just these little deposits here and here. Our players pretty sheltered with their spawns, putting them quite towards the back of the map, and they've got some tree cover around their bases. So it'll be quite easy to actually wall themselves in and play a nice defensive game. Quite a lot of sheep here on the Ghost Lake, so they're worth grabbing a little bit of extra food on top of your normal sheep at the start. So Recon actually brought this map to Age of Empires Online, and there's groups of 3 sheep in the center of the map. Now in AoE, just about every map does have herdables on it, so normally they're in clumps of 2 around the map, and there are some on the AoE map, but then there's clumps of 3 sheep in the center, so a bit like Ghost Lake of AoE 2 he's taken inspiration from. Still 2 sets of sheep here left. SongSong to try and grab. D3rp's still got to grab his starting sheep actually. So I'll come back and grab those. SongSong's also got his starting sheep still to grab. So I think the strat is to, get your 4 sheep and run them under your town center, and then immediately send your scout to try and grab these extra sheep that are on the map, and then bring him back, grab your 2 pack of sheep, and start doing your hunt scattering. If he's lucky, SongSong might find these sheep out here, and he's already, I think, found a couple more over D3rp, we got 4 left, where SongSong's got, is that 6 or 7 actually? And then the only ones still left to find are over SongSong's side, so D3rp, I think, gonna have to make things happen. So for now, no early barracks commitments by our players. D3rp going to feudal. SongSong just floating a bit of food. There we go. Now his feudal's coming in. Now D3rp's actually floating quite a bit of food, but he wants to pump out spears, I'd say, or scouts behind this, maybe. Yeah, probably scouts. Barracks going down here. SongSong. And yeah, D3rp is going with that stables straight away. He's floating quite a bit of food, but he can pump that into a couple of scout cav and then look at working on his castle age. So SongSong finishing off a lot of his wall up here. So D3rp is just going to mass produce scouts. He's already been through a lot of that food bank already between the scout and getting some upgrades. Now D3rp walling himself in. Can't really find a way into SongSong space. He's lucky he might be able to get this scout kill. I think SongSong ended up finding up another 2 sheep, but there's still these 2 to go. Well, that's a bit of a mistake there, having a distance gather that one. Maybe not a mistake, it's just that, you know, it's not ideal, but it's better than... Like, the gather rate is so much faster than herdables and then berries that even with a little bit of walk time, it's pretty much even. So SongSong probably going to have a go at part of the palisade here. Force D3rp to have to build his buildings up as the wall. Or to keep repairing it through this. Looks like D3rp eager to try to do the same thing. So D3rp just going to repair, attack SongSong's walls for the moment. No one's doing anything too crazy, just producing villages and trying to save up to go towards castle age. Start gathering a little bit of gold through this. At least SongSong going for the mining camp now. He's going to add the blacksmith over there. It's part of the wall up. D3rp, no gold gathering just yet. And he's sort of hemmed himself in where he's going to need to eventually break out and get control of both of those gold mines. SongSong's actually using his gold as part of his wall off there while he's using second gold to start with. So SongSong now adding a stables. He's going to bring back a spear. So players just going to grab castle age. They're not going to be able to break through one another's walls. Neither's really invested enough into an army, you know, which would delay their castle age in order to try and take a direct fight or just tear down the walls pre-rams, pre-mangonels. So SongSong going to be able to get the last of the sheep, and he's really lucked out with the sheep control this game, because the This is one of those maps where you do get some extra hurtables. So ultimately, even though he is on just about as many farms as D3rp now, sort of would have delayed that briefly. So SongSong not wanting to lose his spears here. Trying to get off as much damage as he can. He's managed to grab one of the sheep. The other sheep is going to be put over in this corner. I suppose he probably doesn't want to delete the palisade just to get the sheep. If he can help it. Unless he wants to probably try and grab the second sheep first. Because he might end up having to replace the palisade, pull a villager off to do it, so it all costs resources. Castle Age coming in for our players. SongSong. Oh, the sheep is going the wrong way. I don't think D3rp has actually seen it yet. Who thought playing hide and seek with a pair of sheep would be so fun? It requires so much intelligence. The wolf being dragged into the fight. One of the spears goes down, but now he's trying to take out one of D3rp's spears. Bit of an interesting fight going down here. D3rp now down to no spears. SongSong is the victor, but is it a Pyrrhic victory? He's got to fight two wolves, and he can't do it. So now we're in Castle Age. Players adding some knights, spears. SongSong actually got access to camels instead, so he's just going with those. He's going to be very careful to not lose them. I believe the camels are very slightly faster than the horseback units. They're sort of designed to be the counter to knights. Lithuanians by acquiring a relic, and this is important because the more of these you can get a hold of, the more damage his Nightline and his Ladies are going to do. So realistically, if you can grab 3 or 4 of them, he's in a great spot. Only 1 or 2 is sort of baseline, I guess. But even still, it's a massive bonus having +2 damage on your knights. +4 is obviously better, but you know, it's definitely great. Helps them fight into camels. Whereas most other civs, you genuinely aren't going to be able to just fight headlong into your counters with your knights. But with +4 extra damage, you probably will be able to. They tend to be the most versatile melee unit line in the game. Camels, pretty close, but I think at late game their health and their armor against sort of range units and units that don't really counter cavalry, knights are better off fighting against. They're a little bit more generalist, whereas camels are a bit more of a specialist anti-knight choice or anti-cav choice. So a 4th town centre now for SongSong. He's already up to 54 villages, so we've got 3 TC here for D3rp. Both our players trying to get into that late game because I know they're nice and protected back at home. It's a bit hard to sort of have a staging ground on this map front on. You've sort of got a side build if you really want to hit your opponent with like a forward castle. You can't actually build on the ice, I don't think. Yeah, I'm not so sure how you go about getting the shore fishing done. It's another relic acquisition here, potentially for D3rp. He's already lost a monk over here, but he's going to try and get another one down there. And he's managed to grab the relic. He's going to escort it back home. Nice job having a second monk there. Going to get a number of kills here. So 3 cavalry for the price of 1 monk, and he should be able to get the other one home and grab the relic. Over here, looks like he's also going to be able to grab the relic. Village is even coming to help take the fight, because I mean they're coming over to mine the gold anyway. Might as well bring them, see if they can help. SongSong managed to steal sheep and hide it over here for whatever reason. It's not really giving him any intel there. He might as well bring that little fella back home. So, don't know if D3rp's going to be able to get this last monk back, but he's got some more here. So it looks like D3rp up to 3 relics, while SongSong has got 1. There was 5 relics in total, so SongSong bringing another one back home somewhere. Just D3rp managed to grab 4 out of 5 here. He needs this little guy to come back home. Oh yeah, here we go. So he has got 4 out of 5 relics. He's just got to garrison them up. So here we go. Lithuanian Spire. All the bonus damage in the world on his knights. It caps out at 4. I think it used to be uncapped, but didn't take long before they went, well, it would be fucking OP if knights have plus 8 damage because you're playing on maps with extra relics. You can still 14 damage on Castle Age monks. Castle Age knights. That's unreal. SongSong. Yeah, defensively house here. D3rp also house walling. These guys can't really stick around at the moment. D3rp going to Imp, SongSong going to Imp as well, and SongSong's up by 20 villages at the moment because he's gone for that 4th town centre. He's been able to macro up just a little bit more over his Lithuanian opponent. I think he's going to need to, considering that D3rp has such a fighting advantage against him, so SongSong probably needs to get into late game slightly quicker than his opponent, hit him very hard before D3rp's got the opportunity to fight, you know, with an even sort of footing after not being able to punish 4 TC or to match it economically. But he's, you know, secured 4 relics, so Lithuanians at 40% damage increase on his Castle Age knights. It's unreal. Cataphract production now for our Byzantines for that. Bearing in mind, Byzantines do get cheaper spearman lines, so pikemen going to be cheaper as well for them. In page finish for D3rp, not far away. The SongSong hasn't quite chopped through here just yet, but he's only about 30 wood away. Though this army of cataphracts is going to be able to clean this up pretty easily, I think. The wolf giving them a bit of help. Unfortunately, only getting about 2 damage off. So SongSong's actually going to wall in through here. D3rp making a run for it. SongSong actually in that castle forward. I think he was going to originally place it there, but decided, oh, better protect the gold mine. So players very even in terms of the resource layout on the map, although D3rp is going to have to work a little bit harder to protect this because it's further away from his actual base. But he's got a 4th town centre now. We've got it's like 4 here for SongSong at the moment. Villager count, SongSong 130. So his production of vills is pretty much about to stop. D3rp probably only going to add another 10 to 15 at this stage. Players playing a very passive game so far, really. Derp with his Nightline all split up the Cavs. 18 damage. It's going to be hard for the Cataphracts to fight them with only 2/3 of that damage. But it's saying that if they're able to get the surround and they're fighting in greater numbers or under castle, they might be able to do it, like up here. SongSong able to clean up a raid, but on the slower side. Hasn't got quite as many as his opponent out, so he needs to be a little bit careful. This little villager going to be getting back to work in just a second. The smoke breaks over, back to work. So another attempt at the mining camp. This time he's got 2 camps set up there. Those Cavs are going to cut through very quickly with their ridiculous bonus damage. They will get surrounded by a lot of Cataphracts though, so 5 Cavs isn't going to be able to put up much of a fight against 18 Cataphracts, but meanwhile there is another raid attempt going on by D3rp, and he needs to make sure one of these gets off fine, because these guys are about to get chased and beat within an inch of their life. So SongSong was about to go for some ranged upgrades there, but then decided against to transition into range. He's going to double down on the Cataphracts at this point, while D3rp has been producing a bunch of halves, wants to fight the trash war. He's going to have to, because he's lost a lot of his cavalry, a lot of his expensive gold units so far. He's going to have to fight a trash war against his Byzantine opponent, who in the long run of that does have the cheaper units, so let's see how things pan out. But this is a nice little raid here for SongSong. He's going to get a bunch of vills of D3rp's. Fall to 125 vills. Potentially lose the town centre and one of his main gold. Oh, he's got plenty of gold back at home for the time being. Whereas SongSong be running low on gold here. Be eager to try and potentially push his opponent off the gold. If you do that, it's a really beneficial situation, because he'll be able to keep on massing up the Cataphracts, won't have to switch to trash, while D3rp is already finding that he's having to. And he's lost control, so it's about 1,000 gold there he's not able to get a hold of. And this will be nice for D3rp. Going to get some Cataphract kills here, so that's a lot of expensive gold units going down. Even some skirmishes in the mix here for SongSong at the moment, while D3rp, he's got a lot of halbs, but not really got any range, so the skirms are going to be of moderate usefulness here, but like the surround here by SongSong, really nice concave for him. This is definitely going to offer a little bit, and with +4 damage, D3rp. Whoa, D3rp just massacres the Cataphracts with all that extra damage. Going to be able to heal up a lot of this gold army. Now the pressure's really on for SongSong to try and control this gold mine. D3rp, that was a great fight for him. SongSong probably didn't need to take that until he got a bunch of his own halbs thrown in. So he's going to actually transition to halves now. In fact, I guess he was population capped, so he probably had to take the fight regardless. It's just now he probably needs to try and get this fight happening before D3rp can heal up the paladins, because that's a lot of health. The 20 damage paladins, and a lot of them walked away out of that pretty mortally wounded, but 3 monks there, that's a lot of healing value, a lot of essentially golden food being restored to your army. So SongSong just about maxed out. He's got plenty of pikes this time, And he's also getting a bunch of his own paladins. So I think the cataphracts might be better against like villagers and against thump units and against non-knights, but I do think the knights will probably be better into other knights. D3rp streaming forward with his trebs. SongSong still denying D3rp's ability to regain this gold mine over here, but he's going to put down a castle. Another nice engagement by SongSong, but I still don't think he's got the damage to take a fight into, yeah, Lithuanians with 4 relics at this stage. So D3rp really giving it to him. Looks like he's going to be able to win back control of his gold mine, so SongSong now having to fight basically a trash war from here out. His own villager's going to get... Oh no. D3rp's missed the villagers trying to get the raid off. His own villager's going to get butchered by the cataphract. D3rp. Oh, he's focusing the wrong house. If he kills this one, he only needs to do 100 damage and he's through the wall. Whereas he's going to have to kill this one anyway. D3rp taking a big engagement, this time under the castle, but he might be able to afford to do so here. Well, he probably needs one more treb for this to work, because I think, I don't know, he's going to get all the trebs if SongSong's in time. He should be able to get this castle. He needs to kill some of those villagers first, before the single treb can break that down, because it is being repaired. Ooh, and D3rp not back on his gold mine. Not raiding with these guys just yet, but opportunity is there. Repair that treb. He's got plenty of paladins out now too. Second treb setting up. Oh, and D3rp again trying to go for the mine, and there's a cataphract camping it. Castle still being repaired through. There's plenty of trash there to defend it for SongSong. But the wall is broken. D3rp is behind enemy lines at the moment, so he can split these guys up, maximize his villager kills and his gathering interruption. It really hurt SongSong here, who's going to have to try and take a fight here eventually. There's so many pikes, so many halberdiers. I think they might be able to trade pretty cost effectively into the paladins, even with the bonus damage. SongSong might be doing it with the mass of pikemen here. This is a really expensive fight for D3rp, but in the meanwhile he is dealing economic damage. He needs to get this guy to work on the villages rather than attacking buildings, but D3rp is gutting his opponent's eco. His own eco is actually smaller at the moment. So he's lost a lot of villagers over here, and I think he might have even deleted some villagers to get a bigger army size here. Right now the paladins still being a bit of an annoyance, but they're not actually killing anything, so eventually some halves will be able to clean them up, but not before a couple more villages are going to get picked off. Now it's a real trash war. The last little skerrick of gold and mined off the map. So who's got the better halberdier here? I think D3rp might actually come out on top there with the trash wall. There's SongSong. Now has skirms to back this up, and these guys do a little bit of damage to the halbs. Can't really afford to throw in archers amongst them. So got a good old-fashioned trash war now, with D3rp's last few calves. So Paladins heading back home. These guys trying to break through the wall once again, but I think that wall off's complete now, so SongSong. It's resource count back. D3rp's still got a little bit of gold in the bank. SongSong pretty low on gold at the moment. Doesn't really have a lot left in the way of cavalry, cataphracts, or paladins at all. The village is being sniped there by D3rp and SongSong. It's going to be able to respond with mostly halbs. He's going to surround and kill some paladins now. So D3rp, you have to be very careful to conserve the gold that he's got, but he's got a little bit in the bank. He might be able to put it in more trebs here. That's a lot of stables there for SongSong. He really wants to use the light cav to punish the skirmisher ball of D3rp. Bombard cannons being added into the arsenal of SongSong. He's only got the one relic to his opponent's 4 as well, so bearing in mind there's 2 gold per second for D3rp and only half a gold per second for SongSong. Sort of explains why even now with the gold mine out, D3rp's actually able to bank a little bit of gold here. Guild counts both just over 100. SongSong's base is massive here. Just has so much production. D3rp actually struggling to stay maxed out here. I think he might have been overwhelmed now with the switch to mass hussar. SongSong somehow pushing forward into 4 relic Lithuanians. Though now D3rp can't really afford to take any advantage of that until he sort of banks up a bit over 1,000 gold and food, dumps it into the paladins, and then, you know, again, sort of accrues the gold. But he's banking 1,600 gold at the moment. He's struggling to mass up an army and take a fight here into SongSong, who's on 190 pop, so he's 155. He's trying to break through here. So SongSong engaging, but having to back out, bring the rest of his army. Villagers coming forward to try and place something. Oh, they're moving over here to try and gather wood, but I'm going to run straight through the heat of the battle. Right now, D3rp. SongSong trying to snipe his market using hussar, which will take a little while. But in saying that, there's a lot of wood here, and these villages are about to get interrupted. SongSong still managing to maintain a slight population lead in the trash war here, but has he overplayed his hand? He was up by about 50, now he's only up by about 18. Ooh, and he's sort of just left these guys here a bit too long, I think. The villagers weren't there so in time for him to take that out. So the market was a fruitless effort. Gets a bit of health off of it, but loses half a dozen hussar for his trouble. The pop counts pretty even still. Military definitely favouring SongSong. D3rp is still just banking the gold. He's got like 2k gold at the moment, but he's not really producing anything in the way of gold units here. These winged hussar aren't really doing anything for some reason. They're just sort of chilling. Why they aren't trying to kill some of these skirmishers, because they could get a lot of value if they were. Back at home. D3rp. Not a lot of army to be seen at the moment. SongSong with an impressive 70 army population. Now he's having to fight Hussar into Halberdier under castle fire, which is a terrible situation to be in, so to back off there. Well, D3rp managing to muster up another trash army at the moment, but his opponent has managed to sneak his way into his base. Still struggling to try and punch a hole in that left side of SongSong's base at the moment. SongSong is able to have a go at the farmers at the moment. Not going to be able to send any more units through that little passage. Both players having added some more villagers during all this fighting because they're both not wanting to fall below a critical mass with their economy where they can't, you know, afford to keep churning out the units here, because it's been an absolute bloodbath of a game. Neither player's really thought to add a lot of siege. Here we go, SongSong able to add a little bit now. D3rp's really got the gold for it. Here we go, spent a little bit more gold on paladins. Still sitting on about 1,000. The hard part is for SongSong is it's going to take him minutes to generate the gold needed for gold units or for trebuchets. Whereas D3rp, you know, he's getting 120 gold a minute. That's not too bad, really. It's like 2 minutes for a trebuchet, or sort of a gold unit every minute. And now D3rp trying to press forward. Has he got enough? Because there's not a lot left in the tank for either player here. Their food pretty much broke consistently here. Spending everything they've got. Military size is pretty similar. Again, they're pushing up on that worker count, back up to about 120, 125. Because at the moment, they're just stripping the map bare of all the wood, trying to maintain map control where possible. SongSong trying to even gather over here. D3rp trying to take another fight into SongSong. I think SongSong's got the advantage here. D3rp still attempting to clear through the side of his base here. Brought the Treb. Plenty of Trebs going to start raining fire here for SongSong. So we've got a bit of a base race now. Our players finally breaking the stalemate. No longer a repetitive trash war. Nice quick build there from SongSong. D3rp about to lose a bunch of buildings here, unless he can beeline some cavalry onto those trebuchets. More production buildings being taken out by SongSong, while he's also got this cavalry army on the run. Take a little while for these halbs to follow up, so in fact D3rp's going to keep trying to push with those and just send some new units to go and deal with the threat, but now he's forced off the farms at this top side. This army hasn't hit yet, so he's probably worried about where it's going to be. Big surround here by D3rp. He might be able to clean up a lot of SongSong's forces. He's really driven back the Trebs. If he can snipe those, that's a huge amount of gold his way. Cav can't seem to get on top of them to actually land any hits. Cavalry ball here. The SongSong take out some of D3rp's villagers. He's really only just managed to clean up the pressure on his farms. It's a double-digit villager count now. But he is going to take the castle off SongSong. He's careful not to overextend and stick around under the castle for too long there, and he's now going to try raiding SongSong's open farming area. But D3rp's now being sniped by SongSong before that castle can go down. When the Paladin's going to be able to kill the D3rps, but the Halbs are going to be able to kill the Paladins. One of the D3rps surviving, pushing forward to focus down the castle. SongSong walling up. He's going to be able to kill cavalry. D3rp having to clean up more cavalry on his farms. Villages of D3rp's being sniped, so he's back to double-digit villages. SongSong only at about 105 at the moment. That may be deliberate. He's pretty much maxed out with army, so he's really applying the pressure to D3rp here, who's not got a lot of farmers active. So this is going to hurt his ability to keep producing through this. In fact, SongSong, I think, is actually just deliberately cutting villages now. Skirmishes over here, not actually doing anything for some reason, probably because he wants to just... Oh, here we go. I was going to say he was probably wanting to add more Halbs. D3rp's getting to work, take out the castle. Also, gonna force the villagers to garrison there. So has SongSong finally done it? Has someone finally broken the stalemate for good in this game? Or if we've got another 10 minutes of trash wars our way? Ooh, nice little run by here by SongSong, so D3rp gonna have to clean this up before long, because he's gonna have to garrison another 20 villagers, or lose them. This castle not far off going down, some quick build attempt there. SongSong streaming forward with everything he's got. He's looking well defended here at home now. He's even got some more production there. And GG, D3rp taps out.